What's up, everyone? I finished top 4 in my first ever league challenge. And in this video, I'm going to recap the entire event, game by game, and then open these packs that I came out with. So, of course, playing Charizard EX with Entei V. And yeah, the Charizard put in big time work. Okay, it was such a weird day, but yeah, I'll go through it. It was just, I don't know. It was really weird. But yeah, top 4 again, but this time it was a league challenge, so I guess a step up from a regular local tournament. But yeah, all right, putting in work. This is before the 151 stuff was legal, so no 151 stuff involved. But yeah, so let's just start with I'll unpack I'll open these up as I go, but let me just start with the first game. So each one it's best of one still, because it's not like a League Cup or a region or whatever. It just depends on the place and the tournament and this and that. So I went up against Gardevoir to begin with. So of course, Gardevoir is, people call it either the best deck in the format or one of the best decks in the format. It just depends on, of course, who's piloting it and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, that was close, because I had this Mew twice. See this ability, Mysterious Tail, where I can look at the top 6 cards and then add an item card? Twice, 2 turns in a row, I added nothing. I could add nothing. I couldn't do anything. I just kept, I would look at the 6, I'm like, it's just Charizard, Charmander, and anything but an item. I'm like, what is happening? Twice in a row? Oh my gosh. That was just terrible. So, I don't know. And he, the guy made his Gardevoir with like 9 energies or something like that to knock out my Charizard finally. That hurt. But then, of course, I had another Charizard, just knocked the Gardevoir out because it's weak to Dark. And, of course, Charizard EX, Terra-type, Dark. So, Psychics can't handle that. But, yeah, so I withstood that one. That was 1-0 in round 1. And then I guess now I'll just open something as I go. So, round 1, 1-0. I don't think anything else eventful happened. That was in that one. Not really. I think he started out with a mulligan, if I'm not mistaken, so I drew 1 extra card to begin with. But round 2, oh man, round 2, of course, I'm playing against Lost Tina. So Lost Box, Giratina, V-Star, the whole thing. It's of course, I don't really have that good of a matchup against it, I guess, but let's talk about it. So let me just open this quick. Gardenia's Vigor, Grant, Professor's Research. Ooh, pretty Water Energy. Switch, pretty Switch. I can use this. And Fighting Energy. Okay. So, cool. All right, that takes care of that pack. So anyways, playing against Lost Tina, second round, and guess what? 1, I believe I lost the die roll, which is whatever. 2, I had 2 mulligans. I had 2 mulligans, which means he gets to draw 2 extra cards to begin with, and he went first. And he had double VIP pass. So he dropped 2 of these things on me. So he loaded up his bench with comfes and all this stuff, and kept using what's it called, flower selecting, all this stuff. 2 battle VIP passes, and then 2 extra cards to start with, and he went first. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, so it was a back and forth affair. I started off with a battle VIP pass as well, so that was good, and I came out with the victory. He scooped. He just had to scoop in the end, because he did his Giratina V-Star stupid Star Requiem ability, knocked out a Charizard. But of course, I had backup. I took him out, and then once I took his Giratina V-Star, I was done. All of his Pokemon are too little. They can't do anything. My bench doesn't have any weak Pokemon on it. I had just Charizards, an Entei, and a Barrel. You can't touch me with his if he had Sableye, or he wasn't even using his Greninja like to the Moonlight Shuriken. But anyways, yeah, it was done once I got rid of that Giratina. And he almost decked out too. It was kind of funny. But yeah, so started off 2-0. Man, that was scary. Mulligan twice and going second against that deck. No. I was like, oh man. And then, oh, and by the way, I was at table 2 at that point, and then so us two are at table 2, and then to my left, table 1, and it was 2 people also playing Lost Box. One of them was Lost Tina as well, but with Path to the Peak. I don't know if this guy was playing Path to the Peak. I didn't see it, so I don't think so. The other one was playing just Lost Box with a Raikou or something like that. And I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I'm lost, dude. I'm lost. I'm just playing Charizard, and you're all playing Lost something. And then, by the way, all 4 of us had at least one Battle VIP pass that to start our turns. It was really funny. So that was game 2. So I'm 2-0, and then game 3 I played the one who lost the other table. It was weird matchup. I don't know, but yeah. So Lost Box, I had a terrible start. Like, it was really bad, and I went second. Anything? Wait, okay, Clay Doll. I went second, I believe, and I just couldn't set up. I didn't have anything to start with. I'm like, what is happening today? Today's just a weird day. I just had like a Charm. No, I didn't even have a Charmander, and I had like 2 Pokemon out. It was a Bidoof and a Charmander, or Bidoof and something, and it was slow the entire game. Like, this never happens with this deck. So I'm just playing from behind the entire time. And then every time I put a Charmander out, like, she Moonlight Shurikens it, because I couldn't. Usually I'm able to just throw everything on the bench, put a Manaphy on there, they can't touch me. But then when for some reason I just started off bad, what am I supposed to do? I ended up coming back in the game, actually. Like, I was close to completing a comeback, but unfortunately Sableye got me in the end. I just couldn't come back fast enough. But yeah, so I lost game 3. Ooh, Umbreon. I lost game 3 Breezel and Thundurus. Nothing. Okay, so I lost game 3. So now I'm 2-1 going into the last game, and I'm playing, of course, the guy that was sitting to my left playing Path to the Peak with Lost Box. And that was a really nice guy. It was really fun game, except he played Path to the Peak, of course. So he had lost to the guy that went undefeated with a different Gardevoir, and he had the like a regional champion Matt or something like that. It was hilarious. So he kept playing Path to the Peak against him. He's like, there's no way I'm another Path to the Peak the entire time, and of course he drew another Path to the Peak. So against me, of course he had to drop the Path to the Peak, and I gave him 2 mulligans again. Just a disaster. So I'm playing from behind already, and so he sets up his stuff. I set up my stuff. He plays Path to the Peak. I'm like, nah. Oh, Tyranitar EX. All right. I pulled one of these. I think what did I do? I traded it off or something, but all right, I got one back. Time to trade another one. So Tyranitar EX. At least we got a pull. Okay. So he plays his Path to the Peak. I'm trying to set my stuff up. I'm like, I have something to set up. I used 4 Steelstone on Entei to search for an Artisan because I just didn't have it, but I had everything else. So I got rid of the Path to the Peak to put an Artisan on board. Did everything, got my Charizard out, got everything out, and then I'm in control at that point. Then he comes back with his like Giratina stuff and yada yada back and forth. And then we're running out of time, and I have a great hand. I think he used Roxanne against me, so I have to, because I was in the lead. I had 3 prize cards left. He had like 4. I had to shuffle my entire hand to draw 2. He draws 6. He shuffles his entire hand and he draws 6. So I have to restart my hand, and then I'm like, okay, I think I'm still okay. And then of course he drops another Path to the Peak. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And I tried to draw my way, like with Bibarel, I tried to draw an Artisan or anything to get rid of it. I couldn't do it. So it was just stalling me. He couldn't finish me off because I was in the lead, and I couldn't finish him off because I was able to get another Charizard out and just kill him, but I wouldn't be able to use the Infernal Rain ability, Infernal Rain, to get the energies out because Path to the Peak stops abilities on guys like this. So that was it just stalled. So we ended up in a tie. So 2-1-1. He finished second. I finished fourth. The guy that was the Gardevoir undefeated was undefeated, so first. And then third place was the guy that I beat in round 2. the Lost Tina whatever. So it was fun in the end. I'm happy I got top 4 again. Came out with some stuff, and we just move. We move on from there. All right, last pack over here. And nothing. Okay. All right, so best pull is that Tyranitar EX. But of course, that's not. What did I just do with the stuff over here? Oh, but of course, we can now have a better switch, which I believe there's a gold one in 151 or whatever it is. Is this a miscut? Like what the heck? Okay, anyways, yeah. Nice switch, and then the energies, and yeah. So that's my recap. Now I have to kind of edit this deck for 151. For example, this Mew is probably going to be taken out for the other Mew, the one where it gets to copy your opponent's active Pokemon attack. So if, let's just say, they have Giratina V-Star out, and then you are able to have your Mew out and have energies attached to it, because you can just accelerate energy with Charizard. You can just use the move called Genome Hacking, I believe, and use the V-Star ability from Giratina V-Star and just knock it out, Star Requiem, knockout. Or you just do whatever you want with it. But and it lets you draw until you have 3 cards every turn. So this one lets you look at the top 6, get an item, which I could not even get anything today from it. It was just ridiculous. And the other one just lets you draw until you have 3. So let's just say, you got Iono'd or you Iono'd, and you wanted to draw until you have 3, and then you have a big barrel, you draw until you have 5, so you can keep drawing. Anyways, it isn't really like, you can just use the big barrel and it's the same thing. You're going to keep drawing until you have 5, so it's the same thing if you just had a big barrel or the Mew. But let's just say you didn't have the big barrel, you had the Mew, you can just draw until you have 3. Either way, it's a good card. You get to copy the opponent's move, sick, and there's a new Charizard. I don't know if I'm going to use it because you have to like accelerate energy to it. You have to use Magma Basin with it probably, so you can put energies on top of it to use the big move. I don't know about that. I don't know. I like this build a lot. There's the Lost Zone build of Charizard that's been making waves and actually finished 3rd place in Barcelona or so? I can't remember what it was. I don't know. I don't know. I like this build. Is the Lost Zone version the best one? I don't know. The thing is, people don't talk about this. I'm not playing any Pidgeys or Pidgeotten here. So I'm playing 2 Entei's and a bunch of stuff, and it does well. Like, I don't know. But I need to play more. It just depends on my time, work and everything, because residency and stuff. Yeah, so that's my recap. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know please let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this. Did you enjoy it? And yeah, please like, share, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. Let me think. I don't know if I wanted to say anything else. Did I want to mention anything that came up clutch besides what I already mentioned? Oh, Iono is a clutch card, by the way. Iono is a clutch card because once your Lost Zone opponent, Lost Box opponent has like flower selecting, draw 2, put 1 in the Lost Zone, flower selecting, draw 2, and their hand is just full, they probably have all the good cards. Just Iono them and get rid of their hand, and then now they just have to restart. Just do that. You know what I mean? And then of course, if you have the barrel over here, it doesn't matter how many. Like if you let's just say have 2 prize cards, you have to draw only 2. You can just be barrel and draw with 3 more. It doesn't really matter. So, yeah. All right. I will see you in the next one.